What's going on, everybody? This your boy the Black Akashi. Now, I didn't really have any top 10 games of 2017, but I did have 6, so let's get to it. Number 6, Assassin's Creed Origins, the game that saved the franchise and brought something new to it. This tells the story of how the Creed was born and who were the first members of it. Ooh. Now, it's one of my favorite. It's not one of my favorites of the bunch, but I have a lot of respect for it because Ubisoft took a big risk with this type of game, and it could have been another flop for the series. The fighting mechanics take some inspiration from the Souls game, and it has a leveling system that gives it, an RPG vibe to it. Probably the best game to come out in 2017, just not my favorite game that year. Number 5, Life is Strange Before the Storm. The prequel to the original Life is Strange game. You play as Chloe as she deals with the grief of her father's death and how the start of her relationship between her and Rachel began. It's a really good tie-in and worth the play. Now, since you don't have the ability to rewind time, the game gave you a new feature that allows you to tell people off, and if you do it right, you'll be rewarded, but if you do it wrong, you'll be punished. There's no do-over, so if you mess up, that's it. If you're a fan of the Life is Strange series, then you should give it a try. Number 4, Wolfenstein 2. The sequel to the popular Wolfenstein, BJ Blazkowicz once again straps up his boots and loads up his dual-wielding weapons to once again fight those Nazi scum. The sequel delivers on what it promises and then some. This game is so over the top when it comes to action in certain moments. Like, this game makes BJ seem like the most OP character ever. Like, Dom from the Fast and Furious movies have nothing on him. There's one moment that makes you question everything in the game, like that's how crazy it is. One of my favorite moments involves Hitler. You can either punch him or kick him, and it's pretty funny. Because it's a stealth mission, you like blending in and stuff, and then they literally just give you the option to either kick or punch him, and you die. But you can replay it again, so it doesn't matter. As long as you get to hit Hitler, it's a 10 out of 10. Now, I haven't played the new game with his kids that just came out, and probably won't, but hey, it is what it is. Number 3. I'm about to say 4. Number 3, Injustice 2. The sequel to the highly successful game Injustice. Instead of Superman being the tyrant he was in the first one, you have to face off against Brainiac and stop him from conquering another world. The customization and DLC in this game are top notch because each gear set is beautiful. One of my favorite designs comes from Batman, and it's an all white and black attire, like it's so cool. It's a shame that the multiverse feature doesn't work anymore because now I gotta play it myself instead of letting the AI do it whenever I'm bored. Number 2, Resident Evil 7. This was the game that saved the franchise and Capcom from suicide. After Resident Evil 6, fans were pretty much done with the franchise, but the horror gods saved them when they went back to its roots. I recently just beat this game because I got the gold edition for like $7 at GameStop, so I figured, hey, why not? I was blown away by this game. The first person view really complements the horror in the game. I remember seeing all the jump scares from people on YouTube and dying laughing from them. You play as some guy that's trying to save his wife that's been missing for like 5 years. After everything he went through to save her, I wouldn't even bother coming to rescue her ass. The Baker family does a really good job scaring you. Each family member delivers a different type of horror. The dad is the powerhouse and delivers the majority of the jump scares. The mother is the creepy one with bugs and shit. And the son is the smart one that uses his brains more than brawn. If you get over your fear of the game, it's relatively short. I remember playing it and was like, wow, this game is actually pretty short. I could have been beating it. The DLC of the game is really good as well and delivers more terror to the game and shows that the Bakers were victims as well. If you still haven't played this game, then you are missing out on a great horror experience. My number 1 is South Park Fractured But Whole. The sequel to Stick of Truth. Instead of the Lord of the Rings characters, you play as the superheroes this time. You have superpowers now instead of, magic and stuff. The jokes the jokes are as funny as you expect them to be, and you can fight Morgan Freeman. But that's only if you change your skin tone to into white. Because I remember slapping the hell out of Morgan Freeman as my black character, and he didn't do anything. But once I changed my skin tone, he was on sight. like I mentioned earlier, the third game has to go the ninja route. Like, it has to, because it would be so epic if they did that. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in 2018.
I came up out that volcano with the fire, bro, fireball, 500 degrees undeniable.